back to Chester and Pizza Books, and today I'm here with my favorite bad boy romances. So earlier this week, I shared with you my favorite good guy romance, and I told you this video was coming, and these are my favorite bad boy romances. So these are the guy who is mean, he is a bad boy, so he gets into trouble, maybe with the town, maybe with the law. He's not into good things, and he can sometimes be mean to the heroine, but in the end, their relationship, they end up falling for the girl, and the girl kind of breaks him down and makes him good, and they're just really good. I know this is a really common trope that can sometimes get annoying, but these are 6 books I have where the author nailed it, and 3 of the books are by the same author, and I am not mad about that at all because this author does the bad boy romance like to a T. She's amazing. So the first one I have is Bully by Penelope Douglas, and now my sister won't read this book because she's like, that trope is so annoying to me, and I'm like, but she does it so well, and I'm like, all for it. This one is Jared and Tate, and Jared's a bully. He is super mean to Tate, and we actually get the second book in the series is of his point of view, so we understand why he is so mean to Tate because of stuff that happened to him. And this summer, after she like went abroad or something, she came back and she's like, I'm not gonna take his crap anymore, and she stands up and she is feisty towards him, and there's racing they do at the track together, and Jared is just like, why does she infuriate me so much? And they have a passionate relationship because of that, and I just love all the angst. Like, a lot of bad boy romances have so much angst, and it's so good, and this one is just so good. Like, Jared has a reason for being a bully, and Tate really stands up for herself and puts him in his place, and it's amazing. The whole series is actually amazing, and book 2, I think book 2, the one from his point of view, I think is book 1.5. It might be book 2, I don't remember, but then the next book is also a bad boy romance with Fallon, and I don't remember his name, but yeah, you guys should read the series. The next one is one where all the guys are bad boys in this series, and that is Corrupt by Penelope Douglas. If you guys have read this, you know what I'm talking about. Michael Christ is a jerk. He is the older brother of Rika. I always feel weird saying that. I don't know if I'm saying that right. Of her boyfriend's older brother. That's who he is. And she is kind of being like primed to like, you know, forever be together with her boyfriend, and she's just not really into it. And she's always had a crush on Michael, and he's part of this like Devil's Night thing. He's one of the 4 horsemen who are in charge of it. They're like big man on campus. They all went to college, and it's flashing back from the past when it's Devil's Night where Rika's participating, and to when they are all super angry with her and just got out of jail because of something she did. And she doesn't know why they hate her, and so they really hate her. Michael really wants to get back at her for something she did, and along with all 3 of his best friends. Book 2 is Kai's story. They are all just bad boys who are angry, and they fall in love, and it's amazing, like seriously amazing, and there's heart-pumping action. You're just like, oh my god, like what's going on? Because the guys are really messed up. Some of them are because of what happened. So you need to read the series if you want a bad boy. Plural, bad boys. The last one I have for you is Punk 57 by Penelope Douglas. Probably one of my favorite Penelope Douglas books, well, one of my favorite books of all time. And this one is Misha and Ryan. They have been pen pals since they were younger because their teachers paired them up because they thought they were the other gender, so they thought they were putting 2 boys together, 2 girls together because of their names. And they've been writing for forever together, and they don't tell each other who they are. They want them to be like that one person they can go to without judgment. Well, Misha figures out who Ryan is, and he transfers to her school because something happened in his life, and he is super mad at the person he finds. She is nothing like he thought she was, so he is mean to her. And Ryan is like, what is up with this new guy? Obviously he changed his name, she doesn't know who he is, and she has no idea what his problem is, but there is undeniable chemistry, again with the angst, creating super passionate anger between the 2, and you're just like, can you get together already, please? So good. One of my favorite romances of all time. You all should read it. The next one I have is Wilder by Rebecca Yarros. This isn't necessarily like a mean bad boy, but Wilder is definitely a wild man. That's why they call him Wilder. He is all about living on the edge. He does all these stunts, and he really pushes our main character to her limits. She's terrified of heights for a specific reason that happened to her, and he keeps on pushing her, and then he realizes why she's terrified of heights, and he's like, well, crap. Oh well, you're gonna get over your fear. And so he definitely has the playboy reputation, so she's super hesitant going into a relationship with him, but he ends up being a really good guy, but he is definitely one of those bad boy reputations to begin with. I loved it. She is super wary of her scholarship because she is on this cruise to be his tutor, and she can only be on it with the scholarship if he gets passing grades. And so he's really iffy and not reliable, but it's a really good romance. The next one is one of my favorite series of all time, and that is Paper Princess by Aaron Watt, or the Royal series 1 through 3 is the Ella and Reed story. And this starts out with Reed hating Ella's guts. And there's obviously undeniable chemistry, but he is so mad that she's in their lives. So she is found stripping with her mom's identity because her mom passed away. It was just them two, so she needs to get a job, support herself. And Callum Royal shows up and he's like, you are my dead best friend's daughter. I need to take care of you. And she never knew her dad. And so she is really hesitant. She doesn't want any money. She doesn't want any handouts. But she has to move in with them because she's a minor. And there are the 5 royals. I believe there are 5 kids. There's the twins, Easton, Reed, and Gideon. So I think there are 5. And they all hate her. They're like, you are taking advantage of our money. You're probably trying to sleep with our dad. And so you're not going to stay here. And she's like, I didn't want to. I don't want your money. And she is such a strong female, which is what I love about a lot of bad boy romances, is that the girl puts them in their place. And Ella really does that. And Reed is so mean to her and tries to push her away. But then they fall for each other and it's amazing. And their romance just grows through the books and I love it, and you all have to read the series. And the last one I have for you is Raised by Tilly Colt. This one is a bad boy romance. It's Raised because of how he grew up. He was taken when he was a kid. I forget how old he was, and bred into a fighter. He was pumped up with drugs. He pretty much lost all of his memory of who he used to be, and he has never lost a fight. And the fight is to the death. So he is just this big, mean killer. And he only knows a name of the person who's the reason he's in that fighting ring, who he has on this wall. So when they break out, there's like something happens and everyone gets to break out. He just knows this one name and he goes in to try to find that guy. And then this girl is like the mafia princess. Her dad's one of the leaders of the mafia. And she is dating the guy that he has to kill. And he's a very abusive man. And she falls in love with Raised. And so it's really good. He's actually like really sweet on the inside, but he is a bred killer. So he's a pretty bad guy. And it's amazing, and I can't wait to read book 2, which is about another killer. And I really want to read it. But you all should read Raised because it's one of my favorite books of all time now. And those are my 6 favorite bad boy romances. Let me know down below your bad boy romances. I was also thinking of It Ain't Me Babe by Tilly Cole, of Obsidian by Jennifer L. Armentrout with Damon, because we all know he's super mean to Kat in the beginning. I think her name's Kat, right? I don't remember. But I just love a guy who's kind of mean to the girl, and then she puts that guy in his place and totally stands up for herself. That's not what It Ain't Me Babe's about, though, because she's very tame. But Obsidian, she's pretty strong. Yeah. But let me know your recommendations. I would love to hear. As always, thank you so much for watching and have a good day. Bye.